Hey, what's up everybody? It's TJ with the New Standard and Strategic Real Estate Experts, and today we're going to talk about how to get the best loan with the best rate and the best terms. So super important stuff for you because this could cost you thousands of dollars or save you thousands depending on if you get the right loan. So first, most important, please understand that the best loan might not be the one with the lowest rate or necessarily the cheapest. And there's so many loans out there. We're actually going to talk about it tomorrow. But you have to look at, for example, how long you're going to live in the house. Well, maybe you're going to spend a little more up front to buy the rate down so you have a cheaper payment over the life of the loan. So there's a whole bunch of things that we sit down and go with people and go, okay, well, based on if you put $2,000 more up front, we're going to get 0.5% more off. And if you're going to live there for more than 3.5 years, it will be cheaper in the long run to do this. So that's the kind of stuff we sit down with people like you and go, here's the best options for you based on this situation. Here's the type of loans we should look at. Let's go talk to these lenders. Now, how do you do it if you're going to go about it all by yourself? So one, you have to know what you want in a loan. So if you're a VA buyer, so a veteran, thank you, you want a VA lender, somebody that specializes in them. Somebody that knows how to do VA loans. Somebody that can take care of you and walk you through the process because they know the ins and outs of all of it. Same thing if you're an investor and you're going to buy a rental property. There's different lenders out there that have programs for investment properties. There's lenders that will do it. I know lenders in our own market that do investment property, but they're not good at it. It's not their wheelhouse. They have a lower rate than maybe some of the other ones, but they might not qualify you, or they want way more money down, like 25-30% maybe. So it depends, and you really need to understand the type of loan you want, how long you're going to live in the house, what your goals are with the house, and then you can go and let's talk to the right lenders. Next thing, obviously, you want to stay on top of interest rates. So as you're shopping for a house, just make sure you're kind of watching, and then when you have an accepted offer, you can actually finally lock in the rate. So if rates are trending down, maybe you want to wait a little bit to see if it goes down. But if all of a sudden they're going to go up, you might want to lock in. I know there's some lenders out there right now that you can actually rate lock while you're shopping. And if the rate goes down, they'll actually give you that rate. So again, know what lenders have that you're working with. It's a super cool product right now because they are talking about rates going up. It's funny because they have for a while, but they've been going down. But it is a cool product to help protect your interest because if the rates are going down, you get to lock it in lower. But if they go up, you get to lock in at that lower price when you originally met with the lender. So make sure you're following the interest rates. One of the other things you want to do, watch for the points and fees in the loan. So if you remember from some previous stuff that we talked about, points are money you pay up front to help buy down the interest rate. Like there's some lenders that say, hey, we have a 3.5% interest rate and everybody else is at 4%. Well, they're charging people points up front, but they're getting you to come in the door. And then people really just don't understand the process, so they go with this lender and they're like, I got 3.5%. And then I look and I'm like, yeah, well, they charge you $4,000 in points to get 3.5%. So you have to understand points and then the fees, which we've talked about before. What are junk fees? What are legitimate fees? And make sure you have the lender explain to you what those fees are in detail. So if it looks like, they have super official looking names, some of them, and some are legit, like an appraisal fee. You have to have an appraisal, the lender does. But you need to understand what they're charging you because some lenders might have junk fees that are in there. The lending market is pretty competitive right now, and they've gotten rid of a lot of that from my experience, but it depends on where you are in the country. I've heard some parts of the country that have just crazy fees sometimes. So make sure you're asking your lender to explain to you what those fees are and what they're for so that you understand what you're being charged and they're not just hiding stuff in there. Some of the worst industry that does that is actually financial planners. I'm sorry if you're a financial planner. But they stack all these fees in to collect money that you don't even know about. And it's crazy. And we'll go off on this some other day. But the other thing is talk to, me. Or your agent that you trust. An agent that you trust. Not somebody that's been in the business 6 months or 2 years that has never built a relationship with a lender before. Or multiple lenders. We work with so many lenders based on the needs of our clients. And then we recommend that way they go to the right one who has the right programs for them that's going to take care of them. Again, we love it when people reach out to us. And we want to work with lenders that look at this the same way we do. Like, this is a huge financial decision for you. you do need to educate yourself, but you really need to trust who you're working with, from the agent and to the lender that you're working with. And do they have your best interest in mind? And if a lender is just going to take your application over the internet and not sit down and explain to you and talk to you about what the fees, what the points, what the interest rate is, what your different options are, they might not be the best one for you, because you probably have more than one option for a loan. Then when you find the right loan, then let's get that pre-approval letter and get out and get shopping. Again, if you ever have questions for me or anything in general, 608-576-0044. Best is text. You can call. Email's tj@sreehelp.com. Again, please like, share this video, help get the word out. Even if you're not looking for a home, somebody that you know probably is. Or share the podcast. I'm not sure how you're watching this. We record all these. But help spread the word. We're starting to get more traction. I'm seeing more views on all the stuff. But again, get it out there. We appreciate all of you that like, listen, give us a review. It totally helps us. I don't have that many on the podcast yet, so please give us a review. Ideally 5-star, right? Woohoo! Don't forget to raise your standard, and we'll talk to you soon.